Welcome back to Universal Sports. We're live and direct outside Old Trafford. It's Manchester United versus Chelsea, historically a massive Premier League game. Currently, it's two teams that are trying to fight and get back in the business end of the Premier League. Ruud van Nistelrooy is in charge of Manchester United after we dismantled Leicester, after Ruud's Reds ran riot at Old Trafford and beat Leicester 5-2. But this is going to be a test. This is one of the top six, and recently, as Manchester United fans, these games only go one way, and that's us Manchester United fans and Manchester United players taking an absolute beating. So initially, we're going to talk about the starting lineups. We're going to talk about Chelsea, how they're getting on, how we think Manchester United are going to perform in this game, and what the starting lineup is going to look like. But initially, what's your thoughts on this big game? We got tickets, we're going there. It's going to be a massive occasion.
Yeah, it's going to be rocking on Sunday. Ruud van Nistelrooy's first Premier League game in charge. It's a big one. It's against the top big six, Chelsea. Chelsea are trying to get to the top as well, with the new managerial change in the summer and then all the big spending they've done. They spent quite a lot of money. They've got too many players. But yeah, it's going to be a big, massive game for both teams, especially Man United. They need the 3 points. That's what you need, 3 points. That's crucial for us to climb up the table. 14th in the league, 11 points, 6 points off relegation. We're in November. That's quite scary for you, Manchester United.
I think for the first time in a long time, I actually enjoyed watching Manchester United against Leicester. I could just sit back, relax, look at the goals, look at the football being played, and I haven't been able to say that for a long time. But against Chelsea, it's going to be different. Chelsea this season have done well so far, but what do you think the major differences that you've spotted since Erik ten Hag's gone and Ruud van Nistelrooy obviously has only had one game? But what do you think the biggest differences are? Is it just they've been let loose? They were restricted with ten Hag? What do you think it was?
Yeah, it's a bit of free flow. Like Casemiro, he was free flow on Wednesday. Bruno again, he scored after so many months, since April last time he scored. So Bruno's back on the score sheet. Casemiro with 2 big goals as well. Garnacho, free flow. Højlund played really well. Rashford was hit and miss, but he did decent on Wednesday.
What do you think of Chelsea? Because there's a lot of Chelsea YouTubers out there who are getting a little bit carried away with themselves. But what I will say is, for all you Chelsea YouTubers, if you guys can't beat Manchester United in this current state, then you guys are a disgrace. Retire as a club. You might as well just relegate yourself voluntary, because we are the worst version of Manchester United right now, and if you can't get the job done on Old Trafford, then shame on you. But anyway, that rant's over. What do you think of Chelsea so far this season? Guardiola's stepbrother Enzo is in charge. They've actually done quite well. What do you think of him so far?
Yeah, they play decent football. They're still not hit the heights yet, so they're trying to get into top 4, trying to unlock it. But also, Chelsea's not beaten United at Old Trafford for the last 11 games. So
there's not many records left after Moisey and Van Gaal and Ten Hag, and they've all been destroyed. But that's one then. I want to talk about the starting lineups. Now, obviously, Jadon Sancho's not available to play against us, so that's one less thing to worry about. We'll focus on the strengths that Chelsea can offer potentially, but let's look at Manchester United's lineup. So I think Onana will be back in goal. I think that's pretty much safe to say. What about the defence? Martinez has been playing left back. De Ligt, I think, has been doing all right. But how do you see it? How do you think Van Nistelrooy will go about?
I think he'll play the same back 4, because he's already played him against Leicester.
So we're saying Martinez left back,
and Dalot right back. Lindelof and
De Ligt,
because we've got injuries as well.
Could be Mazraoui though as well. Mazraoui's done really well, I think, this season.
Yeah, so I think
I'd say drop Dalot. Me personally, Dalot he's a liability in the big games. He doesn't mark people at the back post. He'll do one good cross maybe every 7-8. He's playing as an inverted wing back. His passing's not that great, so we're putting a lot of emphasis on Diego Dalot, but fundamentally he's not good enough.
He did one good assist for Garnacho's goal on Wednesday, but I don't know. But I think Dalot will start on right back, and left back would be Mazraoui, and then
Martinez and
De Ligt. Lindelof is not.
That Martinez and De Ligt partnership, man, we need that to get going.
We need to revive that, yeah, because Victor Lindelof is not the standards to Man United. I watched him on Wednesday.
How is he still there, man?
I don't know how he's still there. I think Maguire's better than Lindelof, but
you know, like before United fans, we said, yeah, we need to get Fred and McTominay out of the club. But Lindelof and Maguire, that partnership, that needs to get out of Old Trafford as well, ASAP.
Either one of them, I think we'd rather keep Maguire as a backup. Lindelof's time's up now. He's been here too long. Probably go to a different club.
If we move forward, do we think it'll still be a kind of a 4-3-3, so 3 midfielders?
Yeah.
How do you see Van Nistelrooy going about that? I mean, midweek he went for Ugarte, Casemiro. If this was Ten Hag, he'd be dropping maybe Ugarte now, even though he had a good game. But Ruud, I think it's a little bit different with him. I think he'll put the strongest lineup out. But what do you think midfield? How will he kind of go about it?
It'll be Ugarte and Casemiro. That's what I want, because they played really well together on Wednesday.
Casemiro with a bullet.
Top
bins, as we say.
He was man of the match.
Just like when we played football yesterday, and I put it in the top bins, just to put it out there.
I'm really impressed with Casemiro on Wednesday. He was let loose, and this is the real Casemiro. This is the one we see.
Is he back? Is Casemiro back now?
This is when he first...
Where was he? That's the question.
Ten Hag had him reserved. I think that's Ten Hag's fault for playing him out of position. But yeah, Casemiro and Ugarte needs to start, and then Bruno just slightly forward, like a number 10 role or 8 role, and then I think he'll go for 4-4-2. I think, not 4-4-3.
Obviously against Leicester, Garnacho with a very good goal at the back post. I think Dalot finally did something of note. Rashford's been a little bit quiet. I mean, for me, I think I'd go, as they like to say, Ghana and Ahmad and Højlund up front. But
yeah.
Do you think that's how Ruud will go?
I think Højlund will start, because I've seen Xerxes.
He's not good enough, is he?
He's not a standards United. He needs developing. He needs time to adjust to the Premier League. But I think for this big, massive game, Højlund needs to start. He came on the last 20 minutes. I think just game time. But yeah, Højlund needs to start. Then Garnacho on the left wing and right wing. Rashford. I think he'll go for Rashford again, and then Ahmad will come off the bench, unless Ahmad starts. But I think Rashford will be given.
If we focus our attention on Chelsea. So obviously a couple of big names that you could say: Enzo Fernandez,
Nicholas Jackson, Makude.
So a lot of threats Chelsea have. Cole Palmer. Let's not forget the last time we went to Stamford Bridge, what happened to us. Do we need to remind ourselves of what happened there?
Yeah.
So Cole Palmer could be the biggest threat. But Chelsea overall, possession-wise, they seem like a very good possession team now. They've been keeping it well. They've got threats. What's the best way of beating them? Should we be hitting them on the counter-attack?
Yeah, I think it's better to hit them on the counter-attack. So I'll get the pressure in, then just hit them on the counter-attack. Like Garnacho or Rashford, just get the balls from Bruno or Casemiro. Just ping them across straight away. That's what we'd be missing under Erik ten Hag. Casemiro proved that on Wednesday when he's pinging them balls. Even Bruno as well. He had a couple of misses, but he had a few balls going to Ghana and Rashford, so they need to be clinical and finishing them chances off.
So we've talked about how we think the lineups are going to be. We've talked about Chelsea, the threats of Chelsea. Most importantly though, around 6:30, 7 o'clock, Ruud van Nistelrooy is going to be walking out of the tunnel as Manchester United manager for the first time in the Premier League against Chelsea, historically one of our big rivals, even this season one of our main challenges for top 4. How do you see this result going? And after it's all said and done, will the 3 points be going to Manchester United?
Yeah, I'm hopeful, because it's a new manager bounce back. So hopefully I'm going for a 2-1 win for Man United. I think that would be enough to get the 3 points.
If we beat Chelsea, do you think that's the turning point?
That should be the turning points. Then we've got like Europa League games, and then back in the Premier international break. And then
we need to go on a run. We need to go on a run.
And then the new manager comes in, Ruben Almiron. So hopefully get a good start for him.
Manchester United versus Chelsea on Sunday, 4:30 kickoff. The electric atmosphere at Old Trafford is going to be something that we're all going to want to see. It's Manchester United versus Chelsea. Manchester United need these 3 points. They need them so badly. We need those points. We need to climb that table. We need to be in a position where Ruben Amorim can save Manchester United and take us back to the top 4 at least this season. But if it's the first time you're watching Universal Sports, make sure you do like, comment and subscribe, and let's get 500 likes on this video, and we'll see you on the next one.